Welcome if this your first time on the channel. Today we listening to Charles Barkley talk about who he thinks has a chance to win the championship in the NBA. Make sure you sub if this your first time here. Click that like button. That's how they push the video. Let's go.
I mean, last year people thought it was a fluke when the Thunder had the best record in the NBA.
Right? True.
Now they doubled down like, nah, we are the best team in the NBA. They went out and plugged a couple holes they had with Caruso and Hardenstein.
Yep.
What the Cleveland Cavaliers are doing this year is flat out incredible. I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think they can beat the Boston Celtics. There's three teams that win the championship. The Thunder, the Celtics, and the Cavs. That's it. Everybody else just playing, they just getting participation trophies.
That's how it look.
The Lakers' chances,
They got zero chance. I told you that a month ago. People went crazy. People went crazy when they had like 2 good weeks. Dan, anytime you make a trade, you get a bump.
Okay.
They got a Luka bump.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're where they are. But I was like, no, the Lakers are not contenders. It drives me crazy. They won some games, and they were going to get a bump. You get Luka, you're going to get a bump. Same thing when Jimmy Butler got a bump when he went to the Warriors.
Same thing with the Warriors.
This OKC world, and probably Denver's probably the second best team in the West.
Yeah.
But listen, they're all playing for second place. Nobody can beat the Thunder. I don't see anybody beating the Thunder.
That's crazy. So Chuck think the Thunder is going to win the championship. Now, I made a video. I believe exactly what he's saying. The Thunder, Boston, and Cleveland are the front runners. Boston, you got to put them in front because they the champions, right? So they got that experience. They got the job done. We got to see if OKC can get the job done, if Cleveland can get the job done. But I don't think the other teams got zero chance. I was speaking to somebody offline, and they was just telling me, yo, bruh, them young dudes get in the playoffs, and sometimes they can't really close the door on Steph Curry. Because that's what you're asking OKC to do. They're going to have to close the door on Steph Curry. They're going to have to close the door on Joker. I got SGA as the MVP, leading the league in scoring. Great first team, all defense. That's MVP to me. That's that's the best way you can help the team, in my opinion. Because everybody want to get stats. So somebody need to get assists, somebody need to get rebounds. But if you could take care of one of the things and then be like a top person on defense, you really helping your team out. But that don't mean they gonna win it all. It's hard to close that door on them vets, to close the door on Joker, to close the door on Kawhi and James Harden. Really, Kawhi Leonard, he's their closer, but James Harden on their team too, making some things happen for the Clippers. They done set Kawhi the whole year. People ain't talking about the Clippers. They are playing well. I watched Kawhi Leonard. He is back. And it seemed like they didn't set him long enough, load management, which I don't like, but they didn't set him long enough to where he's going to be playing the entire playoffs. If Kawhi is healthy, the entire playoffs, I'm telling y'all this now, that's a contending team that ain't nobody thinking about. The Clippers will be contending for a championship if Kawhi is out there, because he is finding his stride right now at the perfect time. You got Minnesota. You got Memphis. You can't just say these teams ain't got zero chance. Injuries happen. Things happen in the playoffs. Of course, on the Eastern Conference, Cleveland and Boston are the front runners. Like, they are really, separated from the entire rest of the Eastern Conference. Because you got to remember, Damian Lillard got the blood clot now. Giannis is dealing with injury. So it seemed like they done. Everybody else on the East really don't stand a chance against Boston or Cleveland. Literally don't stand a chance. I think they are on a collision for the Eastern Conference Finals. And, the best team gonna win. Can Cleveland get it done with them young boys that ain't never did it? Or is Boston gonna overpower them? It's a good matchup, too, because Cleveland is big. They run a traditional lineup, and them boys are good. Jared, Allen, Mobley, them boys are good. They real good. Mobley is real good. People sleeping. He's like their second best player. And then Garland. So that's a crazy three that they got. A crazy three. And they got people around them. Boston, you know, Boston team is crazy. They just won it. So it's gonna be difficult to lay down them older players in the Western Conference. It's gonna be hard to lay down Luka and LeBron. It's gonna be hard to lay down Steph. It's gonna be hard to lay down Joker. Them are gonna be the people that's gonna like really press OKC to the max. It's gonna be hard to lay down the Clippers. Now they ain't gotta play everybody, but they gonna run into these teams, you know. So to say zero chance, I disagree, but I definitely agree with him saying OKC, Cleveland, Boston is the front runners. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments, and who do you think gonna win the NBA championship? You know, you could be right. You could be seeing something that Charles ain't seeing, that I ain't seeing, you know. Put it down in the comments. As always, if this your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Check out the other content. Click that like button. Y'all be easy. Be safe.